this is Michaela, and today I'm going to present you the concept of Hansik fine dining. Korean food, or Hansik, has been introduced to us through various cultural contents such as movies, K-dramas, and K-pop songs, and people all around the world have been enjoying it. They are falling in love with the beauty of Hansik, the 5 colors, the happiness of discovering a unique food philosophy, as well as the wisdom that has been with Koreans for a long time when it comes to health. Korean food has been captivating the hearts and palates of people all over the world, not only as food, but also as a culture. At the moment, food is evolving from the point of being something to eat to the level of enjoyment and feeling the 5 senses, and this has become a trend not only in Korea but also around the world. Centering on fine dining and high-end restaurants serving original cuisine, fusion Korean cuisine has been tried using Korean ingredients while breaking away from the original taste of Korean food as we know it, while adding contemporary recipes. But what is fine dining? Well, fine dining is a restaurant experience that is typically more sophisticated, unique, and expensive than the one you would find in an average restaurant. It's only recently that the wave of young, very talented and creative Korean chefs started to show what Korean food really is and can be, so the awareness and recognition started to grow little by little. Let's see what are some of the most interesting Korean fine dining dishes. Langoustine with seasonal herb puree. The willow stick tempers the ultra-luxury and reminds us that much of the Korean cuisine is very rustic. The sweetness of the langoustine comes first and dominates the next dish, which is the octopus. Braised and deep-fried octopus. It is braised in dashi broth for 1 hour and then it rests in the refrigerator. Then it is deep-fried. The bottom sauce is a bokkeum. It is very spicy Korean food mixed with aioli. Tuna kimbap. Basically tuna and rice in a seaweed wrap. It's very crispy and on the inside there is a truffle rice, tuna, avocado and kimchi. Kimbap is the picnic food in Korea, something that every Korean has had while growing up. It's something that your mom would pack for you if you were a Korean kid. But this version feels like the most elegant kimbap you would ever have. Bulgogi, which means deep-fried perilla leaves and seaweed. The technique here is very interesting. The glutinous rice is spread on the seaweed and it is not even seasoned afterwards. The main reaction when we see food is to sprinkle some salt on it. Am I right? But there's no need here because glutinous rice is already seasoned when it gets fried. Hazelnut and pine nut porridge with shrimp. Here, instead of rice, the chef used hazelnut, pine nut, and little pieces of shrimp. If you were to buy a little pack of pine nuts today, it would be quite expensive, especially in Korea. So even if it's just a bowl of porridge, there is definitely something very regal and luxurious about it. Lightly grilled abalone with broth. It's fish, but it's been cooked gently and burned with just enough fire and heat. But at the same time, it's still sort of raw. The sauce and the lemony hint of the floral persimmon give it a special taste. Bulgogi, marinated Hanu beef. It is made with honey and it is the most exclusive and the most expensive Korean produced beef. The meat is very fat, very rich and in a very small production. The charm of this dish stands in the beautiful way that the soy and the honey, the sweetness, the savoriness go together. Hundreds of years ago, in the Joseon dynasty, you would not be able to eat beef unless you were the king. It was exclusive and really expensive, so it makes total sense to be part of a royal fine dining meal nowadays. The restaurants in Seoul highlight the diverse nature of this special landscape where fine dining venues can be mentioned at the same time with casual fried chicken places. It's a really interesting and exciting blend. Let's take a look at some of the best fine dining restaurants that Seoul has to offer, showcasing the best there is in traditional and cutting-edge Korean cuisine. Mozu. This 2 Michelin-starred restaurant might have the best modern dining concept in Korea. Mozu was initially located in San Francisco before Chef Sung-gan decided to move back to Korea. Chef Ahn's way for presenting his food includes taking new approaches to Korean ingredients. Rather than just combining Western and Korean methods of cooking to his dishes, he takes inspiration from what's traditional and reinvents it in his own way. Hansik is a groundbreaking, iconic Korean restaurant for a variety of reasons. Opening in Shinsadong in 2009 and New York in 2011, it has received 2 Michelin stars and is ranked the 10th best restaurant in Asia. A pioneer of modern Korean fine dining, Chef Hansik is the innovator of Korean molecular gastronomy. Mingles. Chef Kan Min-hoo's Mingles is pure fusion, mixing Eastern and Western cuisine with bold imagination in a cosmopolitan-style location. You guessed it, I'm talking about Gangnam-gun. Mingles has been named the best restaurant in Korea for 2 consecutive years, holds a Michelin star, and is rated the 15th in Asia's 50 Best Restaurants 2017. There is so much more to Hansik than bibimbap and barbecue, and the new generation of dynamic Korean chefs are flying the flag for contemporary Korean gastronomy. Next time you visit Seoul, you will get a chance to taste at least one modern Korean plate at a fine dining restaurant. Let us know in the comments if you already experienced fine dining, and if not, which dish you would like to try.